I'll be fine.
I feel like that was my personal Bart Allen moment.
Ah! Don't think I have enough pins.
Ow! Feuerkern. I am regretting a lot of things right now. I am very organized.
Genuinely just floor trolling this.
I look like I'm cosplaying Belle from Beauty and the Beast. That's not actually what I'm doing. This is just how I dress sometimes. Yay for some accidental cosplay. Hello everyone, welcome to this new video. My name is Lotta, I'm the Hoarding Puffin, and yeah, it's time for yet another new cosplay. I didn't actually plan to cosplay Red Robin, or anyone from the Bat family, or from DC in general. I did a Nightwing cosplay in the beginning of the year and I thought that was going to be it, because Nightwing is one of my favorite characters and one that I was actually comfortable cosplaying, despite it being a very skin-tight suit, which was definitely new. But as life tends to be, my plans that I made in January didn't even hold through until the end of February, because a friend of mine, and yes, I am most definitely blaming that friend for this whole thing of me cosplaying Red Robin now, because this friend of mine, she started working on a Damien cosplay and we started talking, and she mentioned that originally she wanted to do a Tim cosplay, and then she watched Son of Batman and went like, oh no, I'm gonna cosplay Damie. That was all it took for my mind to go, maybe I could do Red Robin, maybe I could do Tim Drake. I don't really like my brain for that. Like this happens all the time. It's not like I don't have any other projects to work on. I still have my friend's Beau cosplay, like a commission piece that I'm making for her. I'm trying not to think about it, that it's been sitting in my stash since the beginning of 2020 and I still haven't finished it. Oops. I have my own Siri design planned / halfway finished. I have a complete floor-length linen dress, hand-stitched and hand-embroidered for Keyleth, and there is a Hiccup cosplay that's going to be happening more towards the end of the year, and a complimentary commission cosplay for a friend of mine who is going to be Astrid. So it's not like I have like a shortage of complicated cosplay plans. And yet my brain went, oh yeah, you should definitely cosplay Red Robin on top of all of that. That seems like a good idea. Once I kind of got over this whole issue of, oh, why is my brain like this? Why do I keep making plans? Once I got over that, I started looking for materials and I drew up a sketch. Because while I tend to like the canon designs, I don't usually go for a canon design while I cosplay, for a variety of reasons. This can be I don't cosplay male characters as masculine presenting because I am not comfortable presenting as traditionally masculine. It might just be that I'm not comfortable with an element of a cosplay. For example, Siri, that she's basically always showing a lot of her chest, which I don't have a lot of to begin with, and her entire stomach. Woman is a fighter. That's a whole other issue. I'm going to address that in the video that I'm going to make about Siri and the Siri cosplay. But point being, I don't usually go for a completely canon accurate design, so I drew up my own, which is this one. I'm gonna blend in the sketch here. Once my sketch was done, the next step I had to take was deciding on what fabrics to use for the individual parts. I already knew that I wanted to use my own combat boots, so I didn't have to worry about new shoes, and I already knew I was going to use just a simple cotton fabric for the both sides of the cape. So the next logical step was to think about a fabric for the actual suit, and yeah, I thought about several. I thought about maybe using jersey, I considered using linen, because linen has a very nice texture, but in the end, again, looking at actually the same friend's cosplay stuff, I decided, because she has an X-Men first class suit made from a similar material, I decided on using a cotton waffle patterned piqué fabric. I don't know if this is what it's called in English, it's what it's called in German, a waffle piqué. which is essentially just a thin-ish cotton fabric that's been pressed into a waffly sort of shape, which is, it's not so loud of a design as something that's actually printed with a pattern, but it gives you just enough texture to make the costume a bit more interesting, especially because my design is relatively simple. It's really just black and red and parts. And yes, I am well aware, looking at my design, that this could also very easily be Arsenal. I rewatched Young Justice while I was drawing up the sketch, and then I sat there and went like, oh no, Red Robin's design is gonna look like Arsenal without the cape. It's fine. So once I had settled both for a design and for what materials I wanted to use, I ordered all my fabrics online via 3 or 4 different Etsy shops, as well as an online like sewing supply shop for the zipper and some black tape for the edges. And yeah, once all of these arrived, I got to work and started sewing. I know I have the pattern for my vest that I used for Mary somewhere, and I wanted to use that, and now of course, because whenever it matters, I can't find the thing I'm looking for. It literally says, hopefully symmetrical. I am very organized. I know where everything is. This is not a pattern. This is just sad. Help! I found them. So, this is a very weird angle. I cut out the front parts. I forgot how bad my fabric cutting anxiety is. No going back now, so let's keep going.
I don't think I have enough pins.
So I've never done this before. I have never sewn pants. I am regretting a lot of things right now. But I am nearing the deadline I have set myself. So nothing else I can do. So let's put the hair up for creativity reasons. Productivity, not creativity. Hopefully both. And let's do this. What I'm gonna do first is I got my parts cut out, and I need to install the zipper before I can actually sew this properly, because otherwise I can't get in and out of it all the time. So what I will do is I will use a contrasting yarn, a white one, just because that contrasts the most with the black and I have an abundance of it. And I will do big sloppy stitches for now, so I can turn it the right way as it's currently inside out, and figure out where to put the zipper, where to attach it to the torso portion, and then when that is all done and pinned and sewn, I can go back in, take out the white stitching and put in the stitching with the black thread. And so far I've been sewing with double thread. I will make this double the double, so quadruple, just because these are pants. I've never sewn pants, trousers, whatever, and I want them to be very solid, because I've had it happen to me with pants that I bought that they ripped in the crotch, and yeah, I don't want that happening to me.